Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavavai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Mamrutangamaya. Om Shanti. Good morning. Sorry, అందరికీ హోలీ శుభాకాంక్షలు. Holy day should be a holiday, right? So in fact it is a holiday for all other departments in the mutt except VIY. So I don't want you to celebrate Holi the way it's being celebrated. People sprinkle the colors on each other. The colors are not good. They are artificial colors. They're toxic to eyes and skin, carcinogenic. Even when in childhood, when I used to play, for 2 full days my skin used to burn. There was such deadly chemicals we sprinkle on each other. But the spiritual significance people have totally forgotten. They don't remember it. Why we celebrate Holi? What is the spiritual significance of this festival? This has a lot of spiritual significance. So it marks the, the triumph of good over evil. That is believed to be the day in which the Lord appeared in Narsimha form and killed that Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is a symbol of evil. So that evil got destroyed. So in every one of us there is this battle going on between the good and evil. In this Kali Yuga, the problem is, though we want to manifest the goodness of ours, the evil actually takes the upper hand. So that's why it's important to remember such festivals and to pray to God. Our strength is not sufficient to manifest the good to the exclusion of evil. So we have both good propensities and evil propensities. What finds expression? The times are like that, so the evil only finds expression more. Not that there is no goodness in people. There is inherent goodness in every human being. Prati manishilo manchi undi kana manchi abhivyakti krutamavutunda. Does it find expression? If it doesn't find expression, why? Because of too much of materialism and comforts and luxury that we have created, we tend to become more body-centered. Because we are more body-centered, automatically the evil manifests more. That's what our scriptures say. And also this day, in Rasa Purnima, Vrindavan is a great festival. People sprinkle colors. The Krishna's eternal bond and eternal love with Radha. Here Krishna stands for Paramatma, the universal soul. And we are all actually Jivatmas, the individual soul, our connection with the divine. So our bond with the Lord actually is an eternal bond. Okay? We are deathless. Only bodies come and new bodies come. Death is only a karma. So this individual soul is eternally connected with the universal soul. This individual consciousness is eternally connected with the cosmic consciousness. So the individual is always connected with the Supreme. So that bond, that love between us and our Maker, the Lord actually, this festival signifies. And also this is the day of Kama Dahana. Lord Shiva is believed to have burnt the god of Cupid, Manmatha. Shiva opened his third eye. Cupid wanted to tempt the Lord Shiva. He opened his third eye. Third eye means actually not that he had a physical third eye, Jnana Netra. So when you have discrimination with the Jnana Netra, if it is actually the sharpest, if the discrimination is very sharp, then you will be able to overcome these impulses, lower impulses. Okay? If you really use your discrimination, and you will understand that it is all irrational. All the pleasures that we seek, particularly the physical pleasures that we seek, and where we become completely enslaved by the lower impulses. If you can give a conscious expression to this, it's beautiful. Nothing is ugly in this universe, everything is created by God. But most of the times it happens compulsively, in spite of ourselves. Okay? That slavery, if you recognize, then you will immediately come to God, because why should I be a slave like this? These impulses, they have deprived me of my freedom. లోపల మనకి కొన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఆ కోరికలు, మనం వాటిని కాన్షియస్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్, ఎప్పుడు నేను కావాలంటే అప్పుడు అది ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ అవ్వాలంతే. కానీ ఇట్స్ నాట్ దాట్, వీఆర్ టోటలీ అండర్ ద గ్రిప్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ప్రొపెన్సిటీస్, టెండెన్సీస్, దే మాస్టర్ ఓవర్ అస్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ బికమ్ అ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ స్లేవ్స్ టు దోస్ ఇన్స్టింక్ట్స్, డిజైర్స్. So when you feel this slavery is too much and you want to come out of the slavery, automatically you remember the Lord. ఈ బానిసత్వం నుంచి బయటపడాలని కోరుకుంటే, మనసుని మన నిగ్రహం తెచ్చుకోవటం, మనసును మన అధీనంగా తెచ్చుకోవటం, మన స్వాధీనంగా తెచ్చుకోవటం, దట్ ఈస్ ద గ్రేటెస్ట్ విక్టరీ ఇన్ ద వరల్డ్. వన్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ you become a master of your own mind, you have conquered yourself, you have become as good as become one with God. That's where in our culture ఎప్పుడు కూడా నిన్ను నువ్వు జయించు అని చెప్తున్నాయి. Nowadays we don't take any time to even study ourselves, to reflect, to think. మన లోపల ఏముంది, మనం ఎలా ఉన్నామో. సో ఆ ఇన్నర్ స్లేవరీ ఏదైతే గులామీ, దట్ వీ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. దట్ ఈస్ రియల్ ఫ్రీడమ్, స్పిరిచువల్ ఫ్రీడమ్. Otherwise all the freedoms we have today, people have money, people have name and fame, people are popular, all these things are there. But they are totally slaves of these propensities. Then where is freedom? You are not happy from within, you are not joyful from within, because you are enslaved already by these things, Arishad Vargas we call. 6 enemies, internal enemies of man: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So you overcome them, actually, you conquer them, and then that is a great victory and real victory. And this is also Holika Dahana Day. Holika was burnt. Holika, she was Hiranyakashipu's sister. Hiranyakashipu was trying to kill his own son Prahalada, because he was always actually chanting God's name, Vishnu's name, his enemy. Hiranyakashipu would consider Vishnu as his enemy. So when his own son was chanting Vishnu's name, he did not like that. So he tried to kill him. So he tried to burn him to death, actually. So Holika, she had a boon. What was that boon? Fire cannot burn her. So she takes that small boy Prahalada into her lap and sits in the fire, because she cannot be burned by fire. And she thought the Prahalada would be burnt by the fire. But what happened, though she had that boon, she got burnt, and Prahalada actually was saved. Fire could not touch Prahalada, because he is protected by the Lord himself. So the Holika Dahana Day also it's called. So there are multiple, also this birthday of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the 15th century saint born in Bengal. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advocated for this age repetition of God's name as the best spiritual sadhana. He would say Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. The great scholar in the beginning, great Nyaya scholar. In those days that Bengal, Nadia, where he was born, used to be a great center of this Nyaya philosophy, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. He was born in a Pandit family, a scholarly family. And so he also became scholar in the beginning, and afterwards he found it's all dry. So how much ever you may cultivate intellect, but unless actually you grow in feeling, true love comes for God, it's all useless. He thought, and he gave up all his scholarship and started dancing, singing in ecstasy. Hari Bol, Krishna, Hari Bol, Krishna. He would make others also dance with him. Okay? He would go into ecstasy, into raptures, the highest states of bliss, and he would fall down on the ground most of the times. He would become totally oblivious and unconscious of his own body. A great mystic, Krishna Chaitanya, considered to be an incarnation of God. He was born in the 15th century in Bengal, and that particular part from Assam to Orissa, completely electrified. Electrified means you would actually ask people for Kali Yuga, meditation, other things, they don't really give you the required fruit. So you just take God's name, that is sufficient for your spiritual upliftment. You will get illumination. Only in this age we have that advantage. Just by repeating God's name, we get illumined, we get nirvana, we get moksha. That's what actually Krishna Chaitanya propagated, the 15th century mystic born in Nadia district. So this Holi has so much of spiritual significance, but we celebrate it without knowing the significance of it. Merrymaking. We want something to celebrate all the time. Why are we celebrating? Actually, what is the spiritual significance of this festival? Every festival in our culture has a deep spiritual significance. If you remember that significance, it will connect you to God, at least for that particular day. Thank you, you are all here on your holiday, and have a nice day.